Hi guys, welcome to another video. Happy New Year, the first video of 2021, and guaranteed we have all made some New Year's resolutions that we really plan to stick to, but more often than not, judging by habit, we rarely do stick to them. So are New Year's resolutions actually a bad thing? No, making resolutions is not a bad thing because you are making a dedication to yourself to improve yourself or to improve your life or to get something done this year that you really should have gotten done ages ago. I get it. We all make New Year's resolutions, but let's be honest with ourselves. We make these resolutions, we set ourselves these goals, but then you think, oh, I don't have to do this thing this week, and then by the next thing you know it, maybe a month has gone by, or 2 months, and then suddenly it's time for the next round of New Year's resolutions, and you're just there thinking, I started off this year so strong, what happened? I am talking from personal experience many times over. So are New Year's resolutions a bad thing? Are they goals that we set ourselves but have no real intention of ever completing? And kind of, in a way. I don't want to say that they're a bad thing, and I don't want to sound like a hypocrite and say, oh, I never make New Year's resolutions, because I do, and I've written a whole blinking list of things, and one of them is to actually be more organised, which is why I have made this my diary for the year and tried to plan out as much as possible. But that is what I'm saying. It is all very well setting yourself resolutions like be more organised, to get in shape, to finish that book, to finish that project, to, the list goes on. But they don't mean anything unless you have a plan behind them in order to achieve them, and that can be the hardest thing. The reason why New Year's resolutions are so hard to stick to is because we have such a blanket term while we're making them. Let's use getting in shape, for example. Like, you want to lose some weight, you want to start exercising more, you want to improve your body in some way. That is a very common one. It is one that has been on my list many years in a row, and as soon as I have the baby, guaranteed it will be back on my list again. But it's all very well saying I want to get in shape, but not actually having a plan to do anything about it. You can join the gym, but then if you don't plan to go, then it's just wasting money. You can say, oh yeah, I'm going to eat healthier, but you only do it for maybe one healthy day a week. It's not going to do anything for you. You need that plan. It's not a nice way to think about it, but sometimes blanket term resolutions are the biggest way people actually set themselves up for failure. Let's use another example. Let's use one of my own, trying to get more organised. What does that even mean? You can try and get organised with work, you can try and get organised as in arranging to see people, you can try and get organised as in giving your house a good tidy, but what does it actually mean for you? What do you want out of getting organised? For me personally, I want to get more organised in planning what needs to be done on what day, every day, as well as planning for days off. I want to know exactly what I'm going to be doing on each day and still have the wiggle room to take breaks if and when I need to. That is my version of getting organised, so that I know what each day is going to bring me so that I can mentally prepare for it. But that is not going to be something that is going to be achieved on the first try or the first week or the first month of this year. It is something that is a very slow burn build. Not to mention, in that blanket term of getting organised, that doesn't just mean my daily routine, that also means writing, my work schedule, my maternity leave, and then the unpredictable challenge of me having a baby in March and having to create a brand new routine to get the baby settled, to get the family settled, and go from there. I need to get some type of organisation started now so that when the baby does come, I am still going to be in way over my head. I am aware of that, but it's not going to affect the things that I've already gotten down, if that makes sense. You see, these resolutions are a very tricky thing to pin down, which is why so many people struggle to stick to them. Make a list of things that you want to be by the end of this year. That is something that's really helped me, and I can't even remember where I read this trick, but it's kind of fun. Write a list of things that you want to be by the end of this year, and what I mean by that is, do you want to have completed this big project? Yes, okay, so that is what you want to be. You want to have said, this is a completed project. Now, take a step back. What do you need to get to that project? Oh, okay, well, I need A, B, and C. If it's writing, then you need a plan, you need characters, you need story, you need arcs, you need a hell of a lot of stuff, including world building and a writing style and tenses, and each one of those things can be a bullet point that you can make. So each month you can develop one or more of these bullet points. So then when you actually start writing, you have everything settled out, ready to go. You have your steps. You've worked your way backwards, and now you know how to go forwards. So many people are discouraged, I feel, by making resolutions because they've had so many false starts and failures in the past, and that's a real shame. And I'm one of those people. I am fully aware. I have had times where I'm just like, this was a false month. January doesn't count. It's fine. I can just start again. But then I never do start again. You need to find that balance between what you want, how to get it, and is it really going to be worth it? And what I mean by that is, don't just give up. If you think, there's no point me starting this because I'm never going to finish it, that's the wrong attitude to have. You're just setting yourself up to fail even more than a blanket term resolution. Everything needs to be very specific and working it down to the bone to make sure that you know what you're doing, that you know what you want, and that you know how it's going to benefit you. Because if you've whittled it down to the very fine details and you know how it's going to better you and better your life, then you're going to have so much more motivation to actually get it done. If you think your resolutions are too bland, develop them. If you think that they're too cliche, that you've had them on your list for ages and never achieved them, or they're on everybody's list, so why should yours be any different? Make yours different. Make yours matter to you. Avoid the blanket term. Make it personal, because when it's personal, that's when things really get jump-started. If it's a project that you know, this is going to change my life, this is going to put me on the right track, this is for me, then you know you're going to have more motivation to get it done, rather than, I'll complete this project. Okay, why? Because it needs to get done. Like, no, this needs to be done for you. If you want to get in shape, why do you want to get in shape? Because it's on everybody else's list, or because you actually want to try and change yourself in some way? I'm not gonna, I'm not here to judge you. It's your body, you do with it what you want to. If you want to stay exactly as you are, you stay exactly as you are. If you want to get in shape and change whatever, then you go and change whatever. But it has to be for you. You need that personal touch, that whittled down fine detail that links directly to you so that you can have the motivation to get them done. Basically, making New Year's resolutions is not a bad thing at all. It has just become a bit of a negative stigma because of the fail to success rate that people have, because they haven't really figured out why these things are important to them. They just know they need to get done for some reason. It feels like 2020 was the January of sorts of resolutions. A lot of people see it as a false start of a year because everything went so downhill so quickly all around the world and no one knew what they were doing. Even now, we still don't know what we're doing. It was a bit of a no man's land kind of situation. Everyone was just kind of not knowing what they were supposed to do, how they were supposed to feel, how they were supposed to act. And being in 2021 now doesn't change that. Having a brand new year is not going to fix everybody's problems. Having a brand new year is not a fresh start for the world. Last year's problems are still ongoing. We are still in a pandemic. We are still struggling. There are still so many issues in the world that need to be addressed. Politics all around the world are going stir crazy. It's an ongoing struggle. Being in a new year doesn't change that unless we decide to change that. I think that's what we're really getting at here, is that this New Year's resolution list making stuff, it's all about personal effort. If you put the effort in, then things are going to change. If you find the personal touch, you are going to feel more motivated. And when you have those together and you stop using the blanket terms and start really whittling out the fine details of the importance and the need and how things are going to improve, then they are more likely to succeed. This world is more likely to get better because so many more people are looking at the fine details and putting the effort in to make things better. Not just for themselves, but for those around them too. Let's make 2021 better. Let's just help each other. Let's just put the effort in. Long story short, are New Year's resolutions actually a bad thing? No, not at all. They just need to be done in the right way in order to make the most impact. You need to have the right amount of effort in order to get the right amount of results. And I want that to be the attitude that we have going forward into this new year. 2021 is still suffering of the 2020 nightmare, so let's try and wake up and make the effort, okay? Turned a little bit preachy near the end there, I'm sorry. Yeah, New Year's resolutions are just a fascinating thing because they just cover so many different topics and so many different ranges and touch so many people, and why shouldn't we be able to achieve our resolutions? Why shouldn't we be able to make things better for ourselves and for other people? Why shouldn't we be able to do that? Why do we have to fall at the first hurdle? Why do we have to let resolutions slip away? We just don't. We don't have to do all of that because it just takes a little more thought. Just takes a little bit more thought. And with that, I'm probably going off into even more rambles, so I'm going to end this video here. But this was kind of fun to talk about, and I will keep you guys posted on how my resolutions are doing, and I hope that yours go well this year as well. That's motivation, personal touches, finer details, and efforts. Let's really make that count this year to make 2021 amazing. Yeah, let me know what your guys' resolutions are. Let me know your finer details and motivation. What are your steps to take to achieve these resolutions? I really want to know. I'm fascinated by this topic. So yes, without further ado, I will see you in the next video. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe. Goodbye, my scribblers.